I hope Apple don't see this because they're going to ban me and just get me demonetized for not knowing this simple trick. So, roll that intro. What is going on, everyone? Today I'm going to be talking about something with iOS 16, which has only really just been brought up to me maybe 2 days ago. So my wife was sitting on the sofa and mentioned about an app that had appeared on her phone out of the blue. And I was like, oh, what's that then? And she went on it. And it was like the dotted paper you had at school for maths, or it was like a notepad, but like you could brainstorm, and blew my mind that I did not know this app existed. And if you're like me or many other people, you sort of use pen and paper, notepads to write all your ideas down and, you know, brainstorm. You use them to put down your sort of checklist, your to-do list, what you need to get done first, what sort of has priority over the other. And it all just becomes like a huge mess of paper. You lose bits, sort of forget where you're at with certain projects, and it's just, it's a mind boggle, I then upgraded to the iPad 12.9 inch from the 9 inch, just because I like the work surface. I do a lot of digital art. I use my iPad to edit photos sometimes as well while on the go. Now, I'm not a massive Apple user. The iPad is pretty much the only Apple product that I use, except this bad boy right here, which is iPhone 3GS. If you don't know, this is what iPhones used to look like. So this is what iPhones actually used to look like. Like, look at the size of that thing. Huge, absolutely huge. Look at the charging port was even bigger. Like, that's disgusting how big that charging port is, but that's what they used to look like. Still works, just needs charging, obviously. Still in the box, pristine condition, not a single scratch on that screen. Let's put that away, shall we? So the iPad is the only product I technically use. In my rough day to day, that is where I'll sort of head to. When I saw this app, lights flickered. I thought, this is the app. I tend to use this a lot on Notepad, but with Notepad, you're limited with obviously what you can do in resources of sort of space on the screen. You can't really shrink in and shrink out and do all the good stuff you need to. You do have Procreate, obviously, but you're not going to keep going in Procreate to create notes. That's just a weird thing to do. Now, a lot of you might even know what this app is because it did tell me to re-download it. I never even knew I had it in the first place. I did go to re-download it and it said that you need iOS 16. Straight away, downloaded iOS 16 and it's called FreeForm. So if you don't know what FreeForm is, I'll just give you a rough basis. There's a lot of apps out there that have, I'm guessing, taken on FreeForm for what they are, and you have to pay subscriptions for monthly subscriptions, or you pay sort of for the app itself, but you're limited, so you have to then go buy the Pro Pack. There's so many out there that are sort of the fake version of this, but this is completely free. I haven't had to pay for anything on there. It's not giving me limited amount of resources. I can use this willingly whenever I want, and it is an absolute must. If you are into brainstorming your ideas, writing down storyboards, taking photos, clipping them in, and then writing on them, and sort of doing all your diagrams around and all that jazz, or if you're a college student, a uni student, this is what you need. This is what I've been waiting for. I've been constantly looking for apps to sort of replicate what this is, and I didn't even know this was an app. Never once came up on my app screen when I searched in sort of notepads or brainstorming apps or anything like that. I was crazy happy when I saw this. When my wife said, oh, it's on iPhone. It's a bit, fair enough, on iPhone and mobile devices, it's a bit terrible. It's mainly for your iPad, I think, for using the Apple Pencil. But what you do is when you open up the app, you get your storyboards, or boards they call them. It just solidates all of these little notepads that I've got lying around, or sticky notes, or all that, into one solid app. I have my Notes app for notes. I can write down certain things in there that may be talking points and so forth. But then this app is very designed for the brainstorming, the storyboard telling. The commercial side of it is so much better than just having your notes in Notes app with all squiggles and biggles. So with this app, you can actually import your photos from your camera. You can take photos and it goes directly into the app. You can scan stuff as well. So if you've got a text document, you get your iPad, scan the document, and it pushes it into this. You can also link items inside this. So if you send this off to someone else and they open it in FreeForm, they click the link and it will direct them to where you want them to go. You have sticky notes inside as well. So you can tap them down, sort of draw around it, do some lines towards it and say, do this first, and this is priority, and this is to throw in the bin, or this one's done, and so much. So again, I don't know if anyone knows about this item, this app that's already been on there that told me to re-download it. I didn't even know it was there. I do apologize, Apple users. I'm not a avid Apple user. I do really enjoy the iPad though. That's probably one of the best inventions they've ever created with the Apple Pen Gen 2. It's so responsive. You've got PaperLike skin on there, so it feels so crispy. And then you've got the smart keyboard, the floating keyboard, whatever it is, which just makes it feel like a laptop. Crazy speeds on this iPad for, you know, editing and photo editing, digital art. There's so much to it in such a slim and unique design. Top quality for the Apple product on that. But let me know your thoughts on the app FreeForm if you have it, if you use it daily. Let me know some tips that you've probably found out that I may need to learn for using it as a storyboard or a mind map of where I need to sort of plan and how to use the app better. Because I am new to this, obviously new with this app. Didn't even know it existed, like I said. So leave in the comments your thought on the app. If there's an alternative that you prefer that's free and not paid subscription or paid for app, because obviously this is free, so you have to alternate to a free app. You can't be like, oh, but this one's better, which is called Nodes or whatever it is, that's £10. You can't do that. You've paid for it. This is a free app. This is next level, what I was looking for a free app. But this one is one of my favorites so far. Obviously, I do use the iPad, like I said, for Procreate and all the other stuff on there. So you got Rush, Lightroom and things like that. Nothing's compared to Freeform. Nothing that I've found with other apps has sort of made me give that wow factor and make me use my iPad again. Because sometimes I get bored of it and I'll stop using it for so long, it will just sit there collecting dust. And I will use my PC for my editing and photos. But now I've got this at my disposal. I can literally stop collecting notebooks. I've got companies, contracts, media posts. I've got YouTube ideas. This one's probably another YouTube idea. This is a diary for all the stuff I've been sent and when I need to sort of get the videos done. This one again for YouTube ideas. There's so many just sitting around where now I've got it all solidated into this one beautiful piece of equipment. And it looks fantastic on the desk as well. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the app. This is a random video I didn't expect to be making, so that's why it's not scripted. It's not planned. I just wanted to tell people about this app because it's changed the way that I'm going to be creating content. All right, I'm going to be using this on the daily. Whenever a company reaches out or I reach out to a company, I can write in there, brainstorm ideas, or when I go on a video shoot for certain companies or music videos that I'm doing, I can write down and be like, right, this is a good brainstorm. Let me try and throw that off. And I can send them it directly and say, look, this is my idea. Take a look at this. They can open it in a PDF. They can open it in a Photoshop document. They can open it in whatever they want. And they can sort of see my ideas on paper. Instead of having it on notes where you've just scribbled and drawn a little picture, I can actually make a thumbnail and say, look, paste the thumbnail there, write off it saying the thumbnail for the beginning, do another thumbnail for outro. Oh, there's so many ideas. This is incredible. How did I not know about this? This is mind blown. Absolutely mind blown. So this is a quick video just to sort of clarify to people if you didn't know about this app Freeform. This isn't sponsored or anything. This is just a free app on the iPad, iPhone, whatever. Get it, use it, abuse it. It's crazy how I didn't know about this, but now I do, and I'm thankful for my missus for sitting there and going, what's this app that's just appeared on my iPhone? Apple, you done good. Roll the outro.